All right, everybody, welcome to today's live training. I'm David Sprague, founder of Strategic Marketer. And if you're a business, you're a brand, you're an agency that wants to leverage the power of AI to get more customers, drive more traffic to your website or offers, you're in the right place at the perfect time, because never before in history have we ever seen anything like this when it comes to online marketing. As a matter of fact, officially, we'll be releasing the strategy in the next 4 months, but our clients, our business owners have been getting such huge success with this. We decided to teach this to a few businesses and agencies outside our customer base. And so I want to personally welcome you to this game-changing AI-powered strategy that generates targeted traffic and can build your brand 24/7 while you sleep. So what if I told you that the biggest opportunity in online marketing right now is another offer funnel? It's not another ad strategy, and it's certainly not another social media site. It's something that literally billion-dollar companies like Amazon, Disney, and the New York Times have been doing for years, but you and I couldn't. We've been locked out of this opportunity until about 6 months ago. And now AI is at a level that can make it accessible to you and me and everyday entrepreneurs and business owners. So today, I want to reveal to you that we've cracked the code in building an autonomous digital asset that works for you 24/7, an asset that you build once, but it continues to generate traffic and leads and income forever on autopilot. Our entire strategy is a philosophy that's build once and earn forever. And as AI gets smarter and smarter every single day, your asset's going to grow and become more valuable day after day and week after week. And it's something that literally can position you as an authority. So when it comes to business owners or influencers, you can literally have them lining up to talk to you. So over the next few minutes, we're going to pull back the curtain. I will show you exactly how our students are using this AI media revolution to generate results in less than 72 hours. So what used to take 1 to 2 years now can take less than 1 to 2 days. And the best part is you won't have to write a single word of content. And the success you're about to see, everyone has literally no experience doing this at all. So if you're ready to see the strategy and you'd like to see how you can have your own personal digital money tree of opportunity that grows every single day, put one in the chat box and let's jump in to the most game-changing new AI-powered strategy that generates traffic and builds your brand while you sleep. So today, we want to reveal something that's completely game-changing for entrepreneurs and marketers. So I want you to feel free to take screenshots of the slide, because these points I'm about to reveal are worth their weight in gold. So first, you're going to discover this new AI media revolution that's generating results in literally less than 72 hours. And I'm talking about people who have launched brand new sites, saw hundreds of visitors within their first week with no waiting 6, 12 months like traditional SEO websites or blogs. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And second, I want to show you how to automate AI quickly to build authority for any business, any brand, in literally just 24 hours. Imagine waking up tomorrow to the kind of credibility that normally takes years to establish. And third, you'll learn our ultimate prospecting strategy, because remember, you're only one relationship away from all the business that you'll ever need. So you'll learn and discover how owners, influencers, experts, and CEOs will literally line up to talk to you every single day. This is the end of cold calling, begging for appointments. This is going to be your ultimate networking opportunity, and you're absolutely going to be blown away by how easy this is. And fourth, we're going to reveal how to generate targeted organic traffic to any new site and any new offer without writing a single word yourself. It's completely automated. Set it up once and watch the traffic roll in day after day. And fifth, I want to show you 5 profitable ways that you can monetize this AI automation to build a monthly residual income for you and for your business. And this isn't just about getting a few clients. It's about building an asset that pays you over and over forever. So let me ask real quick in the chat box, which one of these 5 is the most exciting to you that you'd like to learn about today? Drop in the chat. Is it 1, discover new media sites, 2, how to automate, 3, prospecting, 4, target organic traffic, or 5, ways to monetize every single month? So, okay, lots of 2s and 3s coming in, a few 5s coming in. Okay, so it looks like the 3s and 5s get more popular. So it looks like the 5s have it. So today's training is for agency owners and consultants. If you're an agency owner consultant, you're absolutely blown away. Make sure you take lots of screenshots here. But if you're a content creator, influencer, this could be the next level and building your online presence. Now, when it comes to SEO and traffic experts, you have never seen anything like this. I've been in SEO for over 15 years, and I've never seen anything like this, and it's all powered by AI. And if you're a local e-com and affiliate marketer, you're absolutely going to love this because this can drive new traffic, new opportunity you've never seen, and be able to build your brand, get new customers. So anyone looking for an easier way to generate more income for their business and their brand, this is going to be the ultimate training for you. So let's jump in, because I'm going to show you a business owner that had zero experience, is on the exact same training that you are right now. He said, look, I got off the training, picked up the phone, 15 minutes later, I had an order for almost $3,000 and $2,000 a month. This model is a total game changer. So that's the opportunity we have right now in front of us. So what's the secret of the success? Well, what I'm about to share with you is something that's been hiding in plain sight. Just look at these. Let me show you here. Look at these logos on the right-hand side here. The New York Times, Washington Post, TechCrunch, BuzzFeed. What do they all have in common? They're all media companies. And for decades, they've had a monopoly on something incredibly valuable: authority and attention. Because the secret is a massive shift in content consumption that's happening right now. And according to recent data, over 77% of people now get their information from independent sources rather than traditional media. This shift has created an unprecedented opportunity and gap in the marketplace. And what we want to do is we're going to unlock what makes a lot of people very wealthy right now, which is independent media sites. It's the new digital gold rush that's happening, and only the top 1% actually know about this. I mean, look at what these media sites can actually do. They can generate organic traffic almost instantly, day after day, week after week, month after month, and they attract unlimited leads and opportunities. And more important than that, they can generate new customers without paid ads. Think of those massive budgets that all these businesses have to pay month after month that literally isn't an asset. They get nothing from it except that immediate gratification. And next month, they got to spend more and more and more as prices go up. And you can actually create instant partnership with industry leaders. So all these companies can literally pick up the phone and call any organization, any business, any thought leader, any expert, and get a hold of them right away. And one of the most powerful things that these actual media sites can do is they can build residual revenue streams that continue to pay you month after month. I mean, the reach is unbelievable. We're going to dive into that. But what makes this so powerful is that until now, building a media site required massive team of writers. Think of the Los Angeles Times, New York Post, Washington Post, TechCrunch, BuzzFeed. They all have massive staff, teams of writers, editors, content creators, and it's only accessible to big companies with massive deep pockets and investors. But what if I told you that's all changed as of right now, and AI has completely changed the game? And what if you could actually build a media site that does all of this without writing a single word yourself? And that's exactly what we've cracked the code in. And in the next few minutes, I want to show you how our students are actually using the strategy to generate traffic, position themselves as authorities literally in just a few days, and create an asset that will pay them forever. This isn't just another marketing tactic. It's a fundamental shift in the entire way that business is being done online right now, and where the attention is actually going, and you get a front row seat, and you're the exact place at the right time to take advantage of all of this. So if you're wondering, why am I sharing this right now? It's all about timing. We've made Inc. 500, Inc. 5000 2 times in a row. And I founded my company over a decade ago specifically to leverage new technology and strategies to serve marketers, small businesses, and agencies. And so today I focus on things that matter because I've been able to leverage automation. I've been able to actually build systems and processes that allow us to do things that no one else has done in the industry. And right now I get the privilege of running my own marketing business, and I practice what I preach, helping others, supporting over 30 employees on the team, developing some of the best tools in the market today for our students. And I'm living a digital lab type lifestyle. I get the privilege of doing what you see here on the right-hand side, where we get to travel and I get to actually build my dreams. We're building a camp for families, and there's so much that online marketing can do for a business. And now this shift has literally created the ultimate advantage for you and for me. Because as a business owner, a software developer, in the last 10 years, I've used about every strategy to build authority, get traffic, to grow my own business and income. SEO, I've trained thousands of people in SEO over the last 10 years, and SEO is getting more difficult and less opportunities. And when it comes to blogging, What a great strategy, but it takes tremendous momentum, tremendous energy, tremendous expertise, tremendous planning. And when it comes to paid traffic, talk about big budgets and teams with expertise in doing creatives, podcasting. This is an incredible strategy, but boy, does it take tremendous momentum and longevity. Don't even think about doing podcasting, getting any success for at least 6 to 12 months. In sales funnels, we just spent $25,000 on a sales funnel from an expert through $50,000 in traffic, and it barely did anything, didn't even pay for itself. These can be hit or miss depending on product, service, your expertise, the timing in the industry. So if you're feeling like you've tried other strategies before and nothing has worked, I'm going to agree with you. We have too. That's why I can tell you until today, until now, I've never seen a strategy work this fast and this effective and getting success. And some would even say had zero experience in doing this, they got success almost overnight. The secret we discovered in today's market is ability to scale. And it used to be scaling by automation. Today it's scaling with AI, but not through the traditional methods. Like, I'm not about scaling your operations, but scaling your authority, your reach, your impact without scaling one bit of your personal workload. Now, this is the hidden factor. It literally separates those companies that plateau and those that actually experience incredible instant growth, or separate individuals that are struggling in online marketing from those that almost get instant success. So what we've developed is a proprietary AI-powered media system that literally completely transforms how a business builds authority and generates traffic, unlike generic media sites that still require massive content teams, editors, and more importantly, it leverages cutting-edge AI to do all the heavy lifting. So what is an independent media site? So I want to give you a few examples here versus a website like a local contractor might have versus a blog like a fitness expert might have that journals their experience and promotes their expertise versus a media site, which literally is industry news. It's an industry leader like the Los Angeles Times or TechCrunch or BuzzFeed or Orlando Health and Living. These are all major brands in the marketplace. So unlike blogs that focus on your expertise or the company's expertise, media sites focus on educating the entire market about the industry news, trends, and developments. They're perceived as a legitimate news source. And the key difference that the media sites aren't obviously selling anything. They're providing value, timely information that people that actively want to seek it out. So here's where I really want you to engage with me is I want to break down, even if you've never heard of a media site before, exactly what it is. You're going to get a picture perfect idea as we kind of break it down. So let's take a website, for example. The content purpose of a website is to promote a business's brand or a business's service as no authority. Anyone can build one. They're a dime a dozen versus a blog. We've taken like a fitness expert. They'll build an article that's got topical authority in their position themselves as a knowledgeable expert in the industry. And it's putting more content out, being found by search engines. It's just like fishing. If you put more lines in the water, you're going to get more action, right? More nibbles, more bites. But media sites, on the other hand, they're not designed to sell anything. They're designed to educate the market. They're a trusted advisor because people every single day, remember, this market is shifting where they're looking for alternate sources of expertise. And so that's where you go to a media site for. But let's go a little bit deeper and look at the pages. To be a website, when you build one, is 10 to 20 pages, and a business or a brand will add 2 to 4 pages a year. Maybe it's a new product, new service they're going to add. But a blog, on the other hand, after 2 or even 3 years, has typically between 50 and 100 pages. And that means they'll be adding 3 to 5 new pages every single month, which takes a lot of expertise and time to write an article about a specific topic and try to optimize as best as possible. But look at a media site. Thousands of pages, typically 5 to 10 pages a day, or 150 plus pages new every single month. So really quick here, put one in the chat box if you can see now, like, okay, media sites are literally 5, 10, 100x what a website and blog is in the marketplace. You use the illustration of fishing. That's a lot of lines in the water to catch a lot of fish, right? Now let's go a little bit deeper on this as we look at 1 year of traffic. You'd be ecstatic after a year building a brand new website from scratch with a brand new URL to get 1,000 to 3,000 traffic every single month. Now, a blog would be between 3 and 5K. That would be the goal. But a media site is literally 10 to 50,000 plus a month. So now put one in the chat box if you can see like, wow, this is a completely different opportunity. More important than that, the market value. If you got a website and you've got traffic to it, you can sell a website for 3 to 5 times annual revenue. Maybe you've got a product on it, maybe you've got some ads on it, but look at a blog, 5 to 7 times the revenue. Why? Because it's ever expanding, it's got more traffic, it's more valuable. But look at media sites, 10 to 20 times the revenue value. This is absolutely a complete direction change from traditional online marketing. So as you can see here, businesses would pay between $3,000 and $10,000 for a website, or $500 to $2,000 a month for blogging. So here's my question, put in the chat box. I just want to get some feedback from you. What do you think a traditional media site like TechCrunch, what do you think that value is? Hundreds of thousands, right? What do you think the cost that media sites like TechCrunch and Verge and other sites take that on a monthly basis, right? When you got staff and overhead and editors and graphic designers, could be over 100,000, right? But here's the most important part. Every month, there's more and more websites and blog competition, and businesses are starving for an advantage. And there's no advantage just building another website, another blog. So this is why media sites are the new frontier for every business, because media sites are the next evolution in independent online media wealth. And we're going to help you build your own by leveraging AI, drive more traffic, more profits, and more importantly, more success. Because we've taken the last 10 years of expertise in the last 12 months of AI development, and we've made this success achievable for literally anyone. And more important than that, we actually put people that have zero expertise and website building, know nothing about media sites. So if you've never built a website before, this is the perfect place to start and having a media site. Even if you've never made any money online, having an asset that works for you 24/7 and gets more valuable every single day that goes by. And even if you've never had any technical experience, or you've never used AI before, you've never even opened up ChatGPT, this is literally going to be copy and paste easy. And even if you never created any traffic online, you're going to be blown away, because I can almost guarantee you'll build more traffic than even top SEO experts, because they don't know this and they don't understand this. So you can use this strategy to literally book appointments with owners and influencers. And I mentioned before, you and I are only one relationship away from all the business we'll ever need. So if you're trying to set appointments, you're trying to do B2B business, you're trying to grow your brand, this is going to be perfect for you, because you can now use this as well to make money online and sell high ticket services, because you come with authority. You're not just a salesperson anymore. You're a media influencer, and you can separate yourself from all the competition because you're representing a major brand in the marketplace. And you can literally create an easy button for getting clients faster than you ever thought possible. Our members are doing it. It's absolutely unbelievable, the use cases we're seeing. And in saying all that, I want to let you know that if you're like me, you're a huge critic, right? You think everything you see online sounds too good to be true. So let me show why this is possible now versus before, because I want to address this head on by showing you why this opportunity exists right now versus a few years ago. Because we're witnessing right now a historic transformational change in the media industry that's creating a perfect vacuum for entrepreneurs like us to step into it. Look at these numbers. The daily news circulation has plummeted 56% in the last 4 years alone. This is unprecedented. No one has ever, let me get something a little bit brighter here. No one has seen anything like this ever. It's dropping from 55 million to 24 million, and this just isn't a small trend. It's a complete and utter collapse of traditional media. But here's where it makes it really important for you. Those readers didn't just disappear. They're consuming content. They're just change where they get the content from. And according to recent research, 77% now get their information from independent media sources rather than traditional media outlets, meaning they are looking towards media sites for their information. So trust in the media is at an all-time low. Now, here's where it gets really, really interesting. And here's the real massive opportunity for you and for me. Not only are fewer people consuming traditional media, but those that actually are consuming it don't even trust it anymore. Look at all this data here. Look, it's crazy that only 31% that actually are consuming traditional media actually trust it. So this is where I want your eyes to be, right here. This is absolutely insane. And the best part about all this is this massive shift creates a huge opportunity. See, people aren't just abandoning traditional media, they're actively seeking alternative sources. Look at this data, 23%, right here, 23% of people now get their information from mainstream media sources. But the game changer is nearly 50% of the population is now getting it for alternate sources. This isn't just a decline, it's a complete redistribution of attention. Let me say it again. It's a complete redistribution of attention, and people are now actively choosing independent news sites, influencers, newsletters, blogs over traditional media. Think about it. What does that mean for you? For the first time in history, you don't need CNN, you don't need a broadcast channel, you need paid ads, you don't need Fox News or New York Times to reach a massive audience. The playing field has just been leveled. And this is why this explains why newsletters like Morning Brew went from 0 to millions of subscribers in just a few years, and why Joe Rogan gets more listeners than entire news networks. It's why TechCrunch is a media site, grew so fast and is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and why tech magazines with more editors and more things going on and more overhead literally folded in the last few years and are almost non-existent. Look, bottom line is, you don't have to look any farther than 2024 election where Donald Trump went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and look at the times how Joe Rogan helped Donald Trump. This alternate type of media, new local sources are still drying up, but growth in digital assets, the Wall Street Journal, Trump win cemented. New media is leaving the old guard behind. The game has changed, and we are lucky enough to have a front row seat. People like Rogan never set out to be independent media sites or major brands. Look, bottom line is, most of you might not know this, but he was just a comedian, UFC guy who started out chatting with friends on a podcast, and now almost everyone listens to him. Why? Because he had a media channel. Look at Gary Vaynerchuk. We all know him, started out helping his parents sell wine, made a media channel creating content, turned into a $60 million business. And Daniela Pearson, she did this as a sophomore and started building a media site at a university in 2015. By 2021, generated $40 million a year in revenue. Look, these types of media sites give them instant authority, incredible partnership opportunities, and very lucrative monetization strategies that make a lot, and I mean a lot, of money. But here's the part most people miss. And so I want to show you this. I want you to look at the right hand of your screen here, because Morning Brew, it's worth millions of dollars, has millions of on their list. They didn't just build one site. They strategically expanded into multiple niches and multimedia properties. See, Money with Katie for personal finance, Brew Market for investing. Each generates their own revenue streams, builds its own audience, and creates its own opportunities. This blueprint we reverse engineered and made it accessible for you with our AI powered system. And you don't need a team of writers, millions in funding like they had. And look, there's millions to be made from the pet care industry, healthcare industry, different hobbies, side hustles, travel, tech, health, happiness, local and political, and almost anything in between. You name it, every single industry needs a trusted media source right now. And that means this is a massive opportunity, as clearly as I can say it. You can build your own mini Morning Brew in your own specific niche, position yourself as a trusted authority, create multiple revenue streams, all without writing a single word of content yourself. And to contrast that, here's why almost no one has been able to capitalize on this opportunity until now. Let's look at how traditional media sites are actually built. The startup investment breakdown, if you did 5 journalists, office overhead, IT, DevOps, article design, management, total startup costs over $250,000 and a break-even timeline of 18 to 24 months, which isn't bad at all. Expected ROI is massive at 40% a year, and the asset being worth $2 to $3 million over the next 2 to 3 years. So if you've got that type of investment, media sites are absolutely an incredible opportunity. But here's where everything changes. We've had an AI breakthrough that completely transforms this equation. You can now build a media site that attracts your perfect target market without any of these startup costs. No team of journalists, no expensive overhead, no waiting 2-3 years to get results. You see, the strategy I'm going to give you right now used to actually require an entire newsroom of people. And that's why our students are seeing traffic in 72 hours instead of 18 months, and why they can build authority in days and not take years to do that. And there's another advantage that only you get access to because you have this information. You would be the first to market in the niche. And that means you get to carve out your own digital real estate before anyone else. So you get to be way ahead of everyone else. Like the SEO game, where businesses have been doing SEO and paying tens of thousands of dollars over a year, and they've got 3 or 4 years ahead of you. Well, every week, every month that you're ahead of the competition, you literally can dominate the marketplace. It's like playing Monopoly, having Boardwalk and Park Place and 3 hotels on them. It's an unfair advantage, and the game is over for your competition if you are the first to market. So if you're an agency and you do this for a client, it is absolutely going to position you as a marketplace leader and them, because you can bring this first time. If you're a brand or a product owner or e-commerce owner, having a media channel and being the first in the industry to specialize in that area gives you market dominance. And if you're asking, well, how do you build these sites that actually dominate? Well, let's jump into that, because we're going to show you how to build these media sites to actually dominate in 3 simple steps. So we don't have to wait 2 years to get the success. We can actually get it starting now. And step 1, it's about uniquely positioning yourself in a very specific niche or on a very specific topic. And the cool part is we use AI to actually create this, and AI actually tells us what niches to go after and where to dominate. And then step 2, we want to create newsworthy content that attracts your ideal target market, the people that you really want to turn into customers as opportunities. So that's in step 2. And the cool part is we use AI to do all this as well. And step 3 is where you actually get to have fun, which is monetizing the paths to grow your income. So you get to do this. We're gonna go over in great detail. And what we did over the last year is we refined the process. It used to take exactly 90 days to build these media sites, but we refined it down to literally 90 minutes. So this is the power of leveraging AI as it's gotten smarter and smarter to be able to build these sites in 90 minutes, and the results were absolutely shocking. And I want to make sure you understand that what you're about to see, the testimonials, the screenshots, these people had no experience ever doing this. So this was shocking. Look at John, just over a week, love the traffic, but I'm not doing anything to get this traffic. Over 18, it's changed the highlighter here so it's easier to see, 1,800 views in 1 week. Look at Randy here. You've got to love media sites. This is my results so far. 3,200 views in the first month. Again, shocking results of people that have no media site experience. And look at Bobby. So Bobby said, oh my goodness, I bartered a media site plus 4 original articles a month for 12 months for $20,000 credit on my new house. I want you to look at this really closely, because this is the value to a business, a $20,000, because they can see how they can dominate in an industry. In this case, there was a home builder, and they realized they could be first to market in a niche that they didn't have a home building media site. So this is a powerful strategy that anyone can use for any niche in any industry, because what was impossible for you and I to do just a few months ago just became possible today, leveraging AI and, more importantly, the automation that I'm going to show you. Imagine having an industry influencer media site and being able to have the authority to get any CEO, any owner, any influencer on the phone in minutes. And on top of that, attract your perfect target market with new opportunities for leads every single day for your business or for your client's business. That's what you can do right now. So let's dive into these 3 secrets to building an independent media site that gives you almost instant authority. So in secret number 1, we're going to reveal our AI bot that knows exactly which media sites can make you successful. It's literally just input a few small things, and it's going to give you exactly what you need to do and exactly what needs to go after. Because in secret 2, we're going to take that information and we're going to create irresistible, newsworthy content without writing a single word for any niche. And secret number 3, I'll be revealing 5 revenue streams that can turn your media site into cash generating machine every single day that you have it. So let's jump into secret number 1, an AI bot that knows exactly which media site can make you successful. So what's the perfect media site for you? I'm sure that's the question on your mind. That was on my mind. Media sites literally can be a lot of things. They can be purely informational sites, entertainment driven, news and educational perspective. They can do product review driven. They can be opinion commentary sites. They can even be niche sites or hobby sites or how-to sites, or a little bit of all the above. Look, you're not locked in to any single format. You can create the exact type of media site that resonates with your target audience and plays to your strength. So if you build it, they will come isn't just a line from a movie. It's exactly what the landscape is for media sites right now. Look, these people haven't stopped consuming content. They've just changed where they get it from. And they're actively right now, this moment, searching for new trusted sources. So this is like the new gold rush of online marketing, a huge, big online opportunity, just like the original gold rush. And the biggest rewards, the biggest opportunities go to those that stake their claim early and build a media site now. And if you're wondering, how does this fit in with my business or my strategy? Well, your business, your agency, or your brand can be the parent company of your media site. And your media site then helps expand your current business. For example, this isn't anything new. Billion-dollar companies have been doing this forever because Amazon, look, they bought the Washington Post. Why would a product company buy a media company? Well, they want to expand their influence in journalism and drive subscription revenue for Amazon Prime. Look at the New York Times. They're a media site, and they bought another media site. If you don't know what Wirecutter is, right here, Wirecutter, they monetize product reviews. They put lots of content, lots of articles, and they rate different reviews with affiliate links. They want to boost their e-commerce revenue. Now, why does Disney own ABC and ESPN? Why? Because they want to dominate both the entertainment and sports media across many digital media site platforms. This is why media sites are so powerful. They give any brand the edge. So I want to put one in the chat box so that we can build on this. If you understand this, put one. If you understand, a media site isn't a choice between a media site or website or blog. It's an additional asset. Yes, makes sense? Yes, everybody get that? So it's an additional asset that adds to your website, adds to your brand, adds to your blog, adds to what your social media, adds to what you're already doing. So it's not an or, it's an and, right? Now I've got about probably 20 to 30% of you responding. I want to stop for a moment because if you don't get this point, the next slide isn't going to make a lot of sense. So just give me a little feedback here. Does that make sense? That this is not an or, it's like choosing between a website and a blog. You wouldn't choose between them. It'd be an and strategy. So the media site is a leveling up of your brand, your company, your marketing. Make sense? Okay, good. All right. Thanks for the great feedback there. So the key is to bring your own unique focus to it. So expert insights, you can focus on industry news, you can focus on product insights. It's anything that really you're passionate about. See, your business, your agency can be the parent company, and you can leverage media sites for a marketing agent or consulting firm. This gives you incredible authority and power in the industry, especially networking. If you're a local business or you're a product brand, this literally helps you have a leg up about all your competitors. I mean, building industry news, creating leading edge information like affiliate marketers or e-com sites. This is so perfect for driving much more traffic than you ever thought possible. If you're an author, coach, or expert, this gives you unbelievable opportunity to reach out in the marketplace, to network, and to build your brand. And so you want to build a bigger network of connections? This is the perfect opportunity because, again, you're going to be able to reach out as a media site owner because you're going to do an article, you're going to do some content, you want to include them in the process. You can get in front of key experts and decision makers because they want exposure. They want to put their brand in more opportunities as well. So you can grow targeted traffic to your products and services, and you can build financial partnerships more than you ever thought possible. And you can leverage your media site as an asset to sell. And we're going to talk about that in just a moment here. So let me show you how you can actually build one. So here's what I want to do. I want to show you an AI bot that we built that all you're going to do is literally type in a concept like luxury pet media site, and it's going to build the entire thing for you. So let me just press play here. And you can see we're going to just take a concept that the AI bot creates, and then we're going to copy and we're going to paste that into another AI bot that actually builds an entire media channel business plan. Now, this business plan is exhaustive. It does research. It gives you the media channel identity. It identifies the target market. What type of media site should it be? What type of content should be on it? How does it differentiate itself from everything else in the industry? Why does it separate itself from everything else? It even gives you market analysis and the different age groups, the different target market, the different demographics, even different content categories that are needed in the marketplace that are underserved right now, different experts, and more important, we're going to get to a moment here, the type of reporters and blogging that you need, the type of expertise, what they'll report on, what they'll actually talk about, what they'll write about. So it gives all that, plus the ability to monetize. It gives you these monetization strategies as well, and the parent company benefits. So if you're a local business, e-commerce, affiliate, you're a brand, this gives you the unbelievable insight into how does our parent company benefit from this media site, and all the details in between about the type of profit and the type of opportunities that are there when you build this type of media site. So put one in the chat box if you can see how easy it is for really anyone leveraging the power of AI to build a media site to know that they're successful in the strategy. Because if you're kind of scratching your head and you're in an industry right now and you're thinking, okay, so what type of media site would I build? Don't think about that. Don't lean on your own expertise. Just copy and paste. We're going to give you this AI bot and you can find out which one is the best for you. So secret number one, an AI bot that shows you exactly which media site can make you and your brand successful. Secret number two, now we've got that. Let's jump into how to create irresistible, newsworthy content without writing a single word in literally any industry and any niche. Now, when it comes to content, here's an important secret, because we tried so many ways to do this and failed. No traffic. It was awful experience. It didn't work out very well at all in the very beginning. But what we realized was, how is the big media sites, how are they doing it? Like, and here's what's happening. Reporters find an event or topic in a media channel or blog or news site, and they research that topic and they write a great article about it, right? But here's what comes next. Most media sites have the same content as other media sites, but it's your authority, unique perspective, your insights, your tone that brings and attracts viewers to your content, like a news anchor, reporter, or journalist. Think of this. Don't you go to one news site because you like their opinions, and every once in a while you turn on another news site because you don't like their opinions, but you're just checking to see what they're saying? Does that make sense? They're talking about the same news, the same content, just from a different perspective. So put one in the chat box if that makes sense to you. Like, oh, wow, like I could have a media site and even compete, but I'm having a different perspective or a different angle on the same content. That's exactly right. So this is the most important slide so far. So I want you to look at your screen so I can show you exactly how we do this. See, we did the exact same thing because we tried lots of different things when it comes to, keywords and different trends and different things that are going on in the marketplace and different topics. But here's what we found. There are things that are trending right now, and we're leveraging AI where you can put a little code in, and AI, let me kind of draw this out for you. AI identifies the newsworthy topics, and we call them content signals, things that are trending right now. So once it identifies that, then it comes back and it actually sends it to an AI agent. So we have an AI agent that takes that topic and lifts out the news details and insights. It does almost a complete demographic on that piece of content and that topic and make sure it's newsworthy. Then once it knows that, then it actually goes to another AI agentic research team. And that research team goes out and finds 10 different content sources, facts, insights, trends to write the news. So here's what we're doing so far. We're doing exactly what today's reporters do. And this is why it's been so successful. Putting in a keyword and writing an article, that works, but it doesn't work when it comes to media sites because there's only so many keywords. You have to go with trending topics that are happening right now because that's where people are. That's where the sets of eyeballs are. Make sense? So when we built all this, there was one missing key. Now you got all this great information. Now let's write an article on a really amazing piece of content, but we need to do it a very specific way. So watch your screen. We actually built an AI reporter that writes the article with these sources based on the target market, based on the reporter's background, experience, and expertise. So what does that mean? That means we built a complete AI background portfolio on this AI writer. And what this allowed us to do, pay very good attention to this, we can take a national topic and turn it into a very small, topical, pinpointed for a very specific market. Meaning we can take a bill that passed up in Washington, D.C., and we can write about it and how a small town in Texas, how it pertains to that. We can take a national story, an international story, and talk how does that affect pet owners in Atlanta, Georgia. This is why these AI reporters are so valuable, because we can build the backgrounds and we can focus on the target market, and it will literally do that research to make these articles so detailed. So I get, yeah, all the comments are coming right now, like, holy cow, exactly. We're following what reporters and journalists do naturally, but we built an entire AI system that actually does that. Now, on top of all that, we have an entire graphic designer that's built in AI that reads the article and then builds these beautiful, engaging thumbnails for every single article. So you can see when they're on social media, when they're on different sites, when they're being shared, they get incredible engagement. And so now let me show you and give you a sneak peek behind the scenes of what we built to build an AI reporter. So I'm just going to click play here, and you can see here that when we actually want to create posts, we can say how many posts a day we want, and you can see actually different sizes of the articles. We can actually put our exact target market, luxury pet owners, and you can see here that we've got all these AI reporters built in with different expertises, different ages, different looks, different industries that they can write about, but we're going to build a brand new reporter. So I want you to see here that you simply just go through this wizard and you can say, look, I want this reporter primary expertise to be what? Entertainment and culture. So I'm going to just pause this real quick. And you can see here, you can put anything you want in here, but let's say we want entertainment and culture, and they're going to write about pet things from an entertainment and cultural perspective. And then what's the style that we want that reporter to write in? Well, thoughtful and empathetic. How old is the reporter? In their early 20s? Are they male or female? Or what is the reporter's writing approach? So when they look at a topic and they have all this research that comes in, and so we're just going to write this out. So let's say they direct and detailed is the way that they write, focusing on health pet care. So what's going to happen is AI is going to take all this information, it's going to build a persona as well as actually the look of the reporter. So you can see here's Emma Lawson. She's female, 24 years old, and you can see we can change anything we want for her. So if she doesn't really fit the style of the target market, or we can say she's got blonde hair, she got green eyes, and she wears a sweater. So isn't that great? So now we can talk about the writing level, the different languages they can write in, the reporter's expertise, their writing style, empathetic, uses a direct approach, is saucy when they actually write, writes towards a very specific genre. And so here's the cool part. When now we've got Emma, she's going to write this, we can put call to actions in. So every single article that Emma writes will actually be join our newsletter, follow us on social media. She can write to a very specific category or allow AI to actually choose that. And then what happens is we create this campaign, and this actually starts the process of now AI going out and actually building these incredible articles that are getting traffic. You see here 15, 10, 58, 4, 12. This is absolutely amazing. I can completely let this run, and AI will crank out articles day after day, week after week, month after month. But one in the chat box, if you can see here, like, wow, we've literally changed the game, allowing AI, agentic technology, to build our entire process for us, and we never have to touch these. Now, we might go in and change a image or so, because everyone saw AI, like, maybe does a misspelling, but for the most part, everything is on autopilot. And so now that you've seen how AI can tell you the perfect media site that you can actually be successful with in your niche or industry, and now you can see how we pull back the curtain to show you how we create irresistible newsworthy content without writing a single word, all on autopilot. Now let's talk about these 5 revenue streams that can turn your media site into a cash generating machine. And there's literally 5 of them. And the best part is you don't need to get a lot of traffic to get started. Let me share something that completely transformed my understanding of media sites. See, when I discovered this monetization system, it was like finding a combination to a vault that everyone walks past every single day without noticing. This isn't just another revenue strategy. It's a complete paradigm shift in how to build a digital asset and generate wealth with it. Because in level number 1, which we'll go over in just a moment here, it's all about networking and connecting. From day 1, even before you get one visitor to your media site, this gives you instant authority. Imagine calling a CEO or a business owner or industry leader saying, hey, I'm with Pat Grooming Luxury Media Site, and we're looking to do an article, and I'd like to include you to get a quote or a comment, or I'd like to interview you to be able to build an article for our site that we think based on this topic. Now, I want to go into all the strategies. We have so many of them, but just imagine that the doors that were once tightly locked will now swing open. People that wouldn't even return your calls can now eager to actually speak with you. People who wouldn't even return a call of a salesperson or a consultant or even my call now gladly pick up the phone. And this alone is worth the price of admission. But in level 2, as your first visitors arrive, you can build something that most businesses desperately need, is a targeted audience. And every single article, every single page view becomes an opportunity to generate leads. And in level 3, it's all about ads and partnerships. This is where multiplication begins. With growing traffic, you can monetize it through strategic partnerships, sponsorship content, and advertising. I want to cover this in great detail in just a minute, but the really cool part is that 1,000 daily visitors could make you $5,000 to $10,000 a month. So in level 4, it's all about media sites for others. And if you're a consultant or an agency, pay very close attention here, because businesses will pay you $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 just to set a media site up, and thousands of dollars to manage it, because it has the power to generate what every business needs, which are leads. Matter of fact, one of our partners did over $10,000 in their first site, and they'd never built a media site before in their life. And level number 5, the ultimate end game. You build an asset, a digital asset that can be sold for life-changing money. The media sites are routinely sold for 10 to 20 times the money it's generating. So if you're literally just generating only $5,000 a month for a media site, you could sell it potentially for $100 or even more $1,000. This just isn't in theory, it's happening right now in the marketplace. And the beauty is you can start on level 1 today with absolutely no traffic. So let's jump into level 1, because here's another secret that most people don't know. It's all about attracting clients and networking. See, all business, all brands crave more authority and reach. And you're going to leverage that to attract owners, influencers, and experts to be able to connect with. Remember, you're only one relationship away from all the business that you'll ever need. So leveraging the authority of your media site to reach out to experts, influencers, business owners, and network to include them in a media site article. Owning a media site makes it easy to network and connect with any business owner or brand. The biggest hurdle, look, if your biggest hurdle has ever been a gatekeeper or maybe some corporate ladder that you got to kind of get to, or you don't know the right people, no meetings for you at all, and you're frustrated, that goes away starting now. Look at Aaron here. I just have to highlight this. 81. Oop, I crossed that out. Let me try a highlighter. 81 requests for appointments in the first 30 days, just spending an hour a day on getting new leads for his agency. Getting a hold of affluent, important people has always been difficult until now. You can meet decision makers, owners, or anyone you want by contacting them and simply saying this: I'm from, and fill in your media site, and we're doing an article. We're building some content. We're looking for a quote. I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes. Now, for those of you thinking that's great in connecting, but how does that flip into a sale? Well, if you thought just that was easy, it gets even easier to flip into a sale. We've got a whole strategy laid out. It's unbelievable. But listen, for those of you that are a little skeptical about 81 requests, look, we screenshotted this. This is amazing. Look, I'd be happy to speak with you. I have administrative time on Wednesdays and Fridays. Wait, that business owner is revealing the times they have administrative time to talk with someone. Aaron, yes, I gladly schedule an interview for Orlando Living Health. Like, this is amazing. 81 appointments. Imagine what your business would look like if you got 81 or more appointments and 81 more connections, 81 more relationships each and every month. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. But that's still not as good as when you start getting traffic in level 2. Once you're getting traffic, you can start generating leads off your media site. Look, you can add a lead magnet, you can add an opt-in form, a lead capture form for anything that you want. One email can sell for between $8 and $25 per email captured. So this brand new site here got 1,500 views in the first 30 days. So if you could just convert just 10%, that would be 150 emails in the first month. Now let's cut that in half. Let's say 5%. If you took 5%, which is about 75 leads, $25 per lead, think of the amount of income you can make just in month 1. So think of the huge lucrative opportunity. Just imagine what do we be like having thousands of people come to a site? They don't have to learn SEO. You don't have to be some guru. It's because the AI system works so well with the content marketing. And so in level 2, you can actually introduce your own media site leads to your products, your services, or your affiliate offers. Maybe it's a profitable newsletter, your consulting or coaching services. Maybe it's your product and services and e-commerce affiliate offers. Like we know of a soccer coach that's doing soccer academies, and they are absolutely blown away. And this is exactly what they want, because they want to build a media site so they can bring in new students and they can sell their online courses. This is just absolutely amazing. Look at Greg. It's been 22 days since launch, 3,000 views on the first month. Try doing that with a blog from day one, brand new URL. In my opinion, from my perspective, almost impossible. No SEO, no traffic, AI does, no paid traffic, no paid ads, AI does it all. So that's the power of a media site. Now, that leads us to level 3. And level 3 is all about ads and partnerships, where the more people that see your content, the more valuable your site can be, meaning like fishing, right? If you put one hook in the water, you get X amount of nibbles and X amount of bites, but you put 50 in the water, you put 100 in the water. So the more sets of eyeballs that get coming, you can sell ads to businesses and make money that way. You can partner with businesses on revenue. You can rent your site out to multiple businesses. You can actually retarget traffic, where you can put their retargeting pixel on your site and they get to retarget all the targeted traffic that comes in from your site. I mean, this is absolutely game changing. But even if you didn't want to do that, you just want to kind of set and forget, and you had, let's say, lower traffic in the first 6 months, you could just do something like Google AdSense. Or you could actually put your ads on your website for your products, or affiliate marketing ads. I mean, the sky is the limit of what you can do. See, as your traffic and audience grows, you can explore ad placement. And because this is so targeted, even though in the industry, it's typically $20 to $30 for every 1,000 impressions, targeted industry sites, media sites, you get between $50 and $70 per 1,000. So with only 500 views a day, you can make $2,000 to $3,000 in passive income month after month after month. So you can place your ads in the sidebar. You can have them integrated in between the articles. I mean, you can do so much with this. And that takes us to level 4, which is building media sites for other companies. And ladies and gentlemen, this could be the most profitable thing that you ever do when it comes to being a consultant, an agency, a marketer, or an expert in an industry. This is where everything that we've learned so far can literally build the most powerful high ticket business that businesses desperately need right now. I mean, think about it. You can build and sell media sites to any business, any brand, consultant, e-com store who wants to either elevate their business or position themselves in the marketplace. And what makes it so compelling is media sites just aren't fancy websites. They're literally strategic assets, allowing them to meet business owners who previously didn't return their calls, to get past gatekeepers so that they can actually build their brand and they can actually connect with influencers so they get the message out in the marketplace. It also allows them to build their email list with qualified prospects who generally are interested in their expertise and their products and services. They're also building more revenue, creating more lucrative partnerships. I mean, the list goes on and on, but more important than all that, they're building a long-term digital asset and building their brand. So let me ask you, for a franchise or for a business, what is it worth to them to have something like this? When you consider all the benefits, it's not surprising that businesses have happily pay a minimum of $10,000 just to set one of these up. So, but the long-term asset and the long-term worth could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that's level 4. Matter of fact, look here, Bobby, I could set up one for $6,000 and then it would be $695 a month for his content. And he was like, yes, that's a deal, let's do it. Zero media site experience, a $13,000 media site deal. Never done it before. All she did was approach a business and explain to them what I've just explained to you, and they said yes to that. This is the power of level 4. And that leads us to level 5, which is building a sellable asset. So let me ask you, this might be a game changer when you think about this. So instead of building a media asset, someone paying you to do that, why not sell them an asset that's already built? Because what you can do in just a few months would take normal businesses years to build. So think of the value that would be in the hands of the right business. So think about what this means, where you can actually grow the traffic, establish the authority, and then instead of collecting monthly fees, you can sell an entire asset for a life-changing sum. This is literally the holy grail for a business owner. Building an asset you can spin off and sell later. Most entrepreneurs never achieve this. They create jobs for themselves. They don't build assets to sell, but with the media site, you're building something that grows more valuable every single day. Now, I want to give you a hint. That's exactly the pitch that we give business owners to say, you're building an asset you can sell. And when we say that, they get that because they've never done that. And that's what a lot of these business owners want, especially when AI is involved and you can have so much automation doing this. So let me be completely transparent with you. I'm not saying you're going to make 8 figures and exit like Hustle or Milk Road, but I can tell you there's a lot of money in the market right now buying digital assets. It's happening every single day, and you can be a part of that. This is literally the holy grail for business owners and building an asset they can spin off later. So here's what we've discovered. We've discovered 3 powerful secrets: the exact niche to go into using AI, how to create content using AI, and 5 powerful revenue streams that can turn your media site into a cash generating machine. So how do you build a media site and cash in, and how to take advantage of these 5 lucrative ways to make money? Well, I want to welcome you to MediaSites.ai, the easiest way to build automated media sites leveraging the power of AI. Your media site with 0 writing required. Our AI system handles all the content creation, from topical research to publishing to niche selections. Professional media site in minutes. We can launch your brand, and instantly with 0 design or coding skills, 100% done for you. Homepage content pages are built for you. A full AI newsroom at your command with 10 diverse AI reporters, plus your own AI custom reporter that creates content that feels human written. And also on top of that, entire research backend when it comes to authority content. Every article draws from 10 different sources, from in-depth credibility, AI plagiarism team, to be able to make sure that 100% of every single article is uniquely written, and including that in AI, SEO, visual enhancement. Articles automatically optimized for search engines with professional engaging graphics and images, as well as 0 technical headaches. Complete hosting, security, maintenance, backups, all handled by a professional development team. And it's ready to monetize on day 1. So you can immediately take advantage of those 5 lucrative revenue streams. And if you want to make more than 75 articles, then you can actually put your own AI key in, and you can do 100, 200, 300 articles every single month and supercharge your media site. So put one in the chat box if this is something that you can see yourself having when it gets you more appointments, be able to get more income, more traffic. Yes, everybody see that? Because this is absolutely crazy awesome. So here's what we want. We want everyone not just to get 10, 20, 30, but 50 plus more appointments every single month. So give me a little feedback here, because I want to go and do something I've never done before. I will show you some things I've never shown anyone before. And we'll be bringing someone on live that's actually experienced it and was exactly in your seat 30 days ago. And they're going to be coming on talking about their experience. So just put one in the chat box. Give me some feedback right now. If 25 appointments more a month, would that change for you? Yes? Joe, Greg, Tracy, Richard, Steven, yes? Okay, good. So lots of people. Okay, good. Because look, in order to do that, it's all going to start from one place, having a good media site. So we're going to give you this incredible bonus where we are going to give you our profit site GPT agents. So if you want to build a media site, our profit sites agents are going to be able to now tell you the perfect idea designer. So that means you simply put your idea in that you got and let AI tell you if the niche is lucrative or not. So it'll give you 5 different strategies. And then we have another bot that we built, which is our media site business planner agent. And what that's going to do is you're going to take your idea and copy it over. And just like I did live, it's going to actually give you an entire business plan. It's going to tell you the categories that should be in your media site, the parent company benefits, how you can make money with it, the target market demographics. It's going to be absolutely amazing. But we're not going to stop there, because I know that you've purchased a lot of things in the past that you feel like maybe you're a little lost or a little overwhelmed, but that ends today, because media sites is so new that we're going to give you a proprietary strategy called our media site profit acceleration course. So it's really important that you see that we're going to step you through each one of these profit centers, step by step, how to make money with media sites. Every module will be designed to leverage your success. So module 1, how to get any owner, any influencer on the line. So put one in the chat box if that's you. Like, look, this is 25 appointments. If I can get 25 appointments a month with this, then this is definitely the module that's going to help me. So who's that? Real quick. So it's funny, Stephen in the chat box, and I want to be transparent with everyone, says the problem is AI is simply not clever enough to do this. Well, Stephen, I absolutely am excited to prove you wrong, because I felt the same way you did a year ago. And it was back then. But 6 months ago, everything changed with the new models. And it's because we're using something called agentic technology. It's not AI agents, it's agentic technology. If you haven't heard that before or don't understand that, you just look it up. But it's where you can actually use different agents to actually do different things. They work as a team together. And the success, look, I want to show you live here. I've already showed you the type of traffic we get in 30 days. So for you to think, or anyone to think, well, that's not ready for that, you're wrong. You're just wrong. So I'm excited the fact that you are such a critic, because I'm a critic too. This is why we went in so much detail, step by step. And this is why we're going to do module 1, where we're going to take you through and how to get a hold of any business owner. Now, module 2 is all going to be how to generate and convert your traffic. Module 3 is how to sell ad sponsorship and partnerships. We'll show you, now that you've got the traffic, how to connect and create partnerships where you can actually sell or rent out that site. So those of you who have heard of rank and rent before with blogs, well, this takes it to a whole new level. And then module 4, sell media sites to other companies. And we have so many of our business owners actually doing this. They're actually selling media sites starting at $5,000 just for setup, and $600 to $1,000 a month. And then, just hold on a minute, you're going to hear from somebody live doing this. I'm going to bring them on. And then selling your media site for big profit. So this is where you build an asset, where you can actually build life-changing wealth, because this isn't something you do in just 6 months, but typically after a year, 2 years after you've built a site with lots of articles and lots of traffic, and you've generated lots of income on it, it will sell for a multiplier. Put one in the chat box if that's interesting to you, saying, look, I would love to build an asset that I could sell that would probably be a year's worth of salary as a minimum. Yes? Who's that? Joe? Tammy? Tracy? Josh? Yes? Okay, good. Lots of you. So let's jump in here and let's get to bonus 3, because here's what we're going to do. This is one of the most exciting things we've ever done, which is build these AI reporters. They're like full autonomous AI self-writing agents. So we're not going to give you one of them. We're going to give you 5 of them. So we're going to upgrade you to 5 so that you can be very specific. And remember, this is where you can take a national story from like Washington, D.C. and the USA Today, and it will write for a very small town in Florida or a very small town in Texas. This is amazing technology, but we're going to give you 5 reporters that you can actually build. So you can create the perfect reporter for your niche, customize your expertise, their background, the way they write, their style, give them biases. You want to do a political media site? You can give them a conservative, or you can give them a libertarian, or you can give them a liberal point of view, and they will write in that direction. You can design how they look, their age, write on any topic in any target market. And for those of you saying, I'm really busy, or boy, I'd like to do this, but I've got a full-time job. Well, bonus number 4 is going to help guarantee your success. We are building this entire system, and for the first time ever, we're going to make sure that you can get your media site set up. And bonus 4, we're doing what we call a live accelerator training. Now, we've already done these for our inner circle customers, and they are just absolutely blowing it up right now. So this is what you're going to do. You can come on live, look over our shoulder, and you're going to see how we set one up in 90 minutes. So as we do it, you're going to be able to do it. So you can, we're going to help you set up those 5 AI reporters in those 5 signals to start writing. So you can write 30, 40, 50, 100 articles every single month on autopilot. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through the media site agents, help you find the niche. So we're going to talk about that, how to set up your homepage and categories, how to build your reporters, all in 90 minutes. So our goal is after 90 minutes, you actually walk away with most of, or not all of your site actually set up. And here's what we've done. We've already done these trainings with incredible success. So right now, they're there for you to actually review the other things we've done. So we'll do this live with you because we want your questions. Each one of you are going to have different questions. So we're going to answer those live. But we've already done this with the whole group that's been incredibly successful. So they are in your back office right now, ready for you to play and listen to. And you're going to get access to the instant access on demand accelerator. So that means
you also are going to get access to our on-demand appointment setting. So not only are we going to do a live training with you on how to set these up, but we're going to do a live appointment setting training. How many would appreciate that? Saying, I would love to listen to you guys live, call businesses, and then I'll call a business, and then you can tell us your response, and we'll help you set these appointments. Make sense? So this is the power that we're giving you. So Gabe says, can you start at any level? Absolutely, at any level that you want. But here's the best part. Right here, what you see on your screen, you can get access to that right now. You can, if you say, look, I want to do this now, next 24 hours, I want to get my media site set up, then you would go to our on-demand accelerators and just watch them, or on-demand appointment setting. If tomorrow morning you want to pick up the phone and say, I want to start connecting, I want to start getting appointments. So this is the easiest thing we've ever seen. And look, I said this earlier, we've tried so many things over the years. We've never seen something as powerful and as easy as this. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get one media site with full automated AI content. You're going to get automated branded media site design, your website built, a team of 10 reporters that are built in that can write on any topic, but also it actually replaces an entire newsroom. So when you think about like what it would cost to have a team of reporters, this agentic AI technology we built literally replaces all of that. And you're going to get one custom AI reporter built in, but remember, we're going to give you a bonus. You have 5, and then you can actually, if you want to increase past 75 articles, 100, 300 articles, you can just put your own API key in. We'll show you how to do that. And you can write 200, 300, 400 articles every single month. Now, our recommendation, all you need on average is about 50 or 60 articles a month. That's it. It's literally that simple. But we have a lot of customers that say, look, I want 3,000 or 4,000 people a month coming to my site. So that's just more articles. So, AI SEO graphic designer and a plagiarism team. Now, this is important. Plagiarism is so critical when it comes to AI. And what we built is we built an entire agentic team that actually looks at all the resources and research that AI does. And it goes line by line, word for word, and does a stare and compare on every single article that's written. And it gives a score if anything, even 3 words are the same in any article, and it will rewrite those words again. So we have an entire system we spent over a month building to make sure that every single article is 100% unique. And this is why Google loves it. This is 100% unique content in the topic and the niche that you're going after. And we do all the hosting, all the backups, all the security. We have an entire DevOps team that will run your site. So you're going to get bonus number 1, our media site AI agents, so you can pick the perfect media strategy for your media site. And then 2, we're going to give you our media site profit course, which is 5 modules, which this is all intellectual property. There's no one in the industry that we've ever seen that has built anything like this before. But we're going to show you all 5 levels and how to make money with it. Then we're going to give you 5 AI custom reporters to be very specific in any niche that you actually want to build. And module or bonus 4, we're going to give you our live media site setup accelerator, which is 90 minutes of setup. And we're going to be doing live calling so you can hear us call and set appointments. So for this one-time special pre-launch offer, I have to let you know that this is going to launch in 4 months at full price. In our full price, once we've got everything that we need to when it comes to the different niches, our case studies, everything's public facing, will be $2,400 a year, which is only $200 a month. I mean, that's a steal when it comes to a site that normally costs $250,000 to build with reporters over the last 20 years. And we can do this all with AI. But on our launch, when it goes public, we're going to allow it to go for $19.97 for the entire year. Now, we don't want to work with anyone that isn't serious about this. So this is going to be paid all up front. But you're not going to have to pay that. So we're actually going to be launching this at our pre-launch for $1,200 a year. That's it, just $1,200. So think of this for a moment, just $1,200, and you get something that most businesses would spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to build. But here's what we're doing today and today only right now. We launched this internally, and our customers had huge success. But we realized that some of you would not be able to afford that price. So right now, the only time we're going to do this is one more time before we launch in 4 months, is to give you access as a very special offer at only $99 a month. So if you go to mediasites.ai/private, you can build a media site that perpetually builds value, drives traffic, gets appointments, build partnerships for only $99. There is nothing we've ever seen at any level that anyone can do for $99 that will give them this much success. So here's what I want to do real quick. I want to bring on Dave Ferran. So Dave is someone that was exactly like you, never understood a media site, didn't know what a media site was, and then we did a training. So Dave, I want to ask you to unmute if you could, and I want to see if I can bring you on. Hey, Dave, you there?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good. So there's a lot of people on the line here based on the questions like, how is this going to help me? How do I make money with this? How do I get appointments? How does it build my authority? So could you just give a quick backdrop when you first looked at media sites and then the success you had like within your first week?
Yeah, one of the biggest challenges as a agency owner, been at it quite a few years, and the hardest part is getting appointments, getting past the gatekeeper. We all, struggle with that. And I'm pretty seasoned at this, and even it's just getting harder and harder. And when I saw this media site, when you presented this to me, a couple months ago, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the key to the kingdom of how to open doors to get to talk to people. And so, yeah, I jumped on immediately. The training was incredible. I had my site up like literally in 2 days. I was up running, already had, my articles being written. I'd picked my niche, and I got in the community, and we all started chatting together, helping each other. And just as soon as I had my site up, within a week, I made 6 phone calls. One person I had to follow back up with later, and out of the 5, I got 4 appointments, four interviews. And so yeah, those interviews, turned them into articles using the tools, and I posted up on my Facebook page. I have one of my interviews, my posts that went up has over 1,000 views. I kind of pushed it on Facebook. And gave a little bump, and went to my community and stuff. I have 1,063 page views on just one of my pages.
Wow.
I'm up to 4,773 total views right now, and I haven't been at this that long.
That's amazing. Any SEO or any special technology or any special experience or expertise that you need to do all that?
I'm actually good at SEO. I haven't touched it. This is 100% built into the system.
I know there's a lot of people that have done SEO and they're not going to believe that. So I want everybody here, no experience needed at all. Now let's talk about, I want to walk everybody through this for just a moment here, because this might be a little new for some people of going, okay, now I have a media site, and the whole strategy of media site, and now you have authority. You wouldn't believe the authority that you get with the media site versus calling as a marketer. They treat you like a king. They treat you like royalty when you call up and you kind of position yourself as news, because you do have a media site that's industry related. It's not a blog representing your expertise. It's not your website that's like a brochure. You are focused on the industry. And so would you mind explaining like the niche that you had got and maybe the experience you had that was pretty amazing when it came to your media site?
Yeah, so one of my markets is restaurants. And so I decided to niche down. The riches are in the niches. So instead of just going, and I have been going after, I'm in the Houston, Texas area. I've been going after all restaurants, all categories. And of course, in Texas, barbecue is popular, and I do some backyard barbecuing, and that particular niche, is kind of, people are really into it, and there's a whole lot to it, and there's a lot to talk about, so forth. So I just decided to go after barbecue restaurants. So I created a Texas barbecue site, and so there's like 3,700 barbecue restaurants in the state of Texas. So that's my market. And yeah, so I just call up and call the restaurant and say, hey, I'm the senior editor at Texas Barbecue now, and we want to do a story on your restaurant. They're like, yeah, great. Well, what do I need to do? And I mean,
any resistance to that at all?
I mean, like none. I mean, none, zero. And
And then
then,
how easy is it to build a relationship now with that customer or that person you're interviewing, and you mentioning, hey, our parent company owns is a media site and they
right.
do marketing, they've got strategies. Can you kind of explain how easy that is to make that connection? And then they go, wow, you do that? I've been wanting to do that. So can you kind of open that up a little bit?
Yeah. So in my case, so after I did an interview with one of those 4 interviews and I got their story up, and then, I gave them a image that they could use in their own social media, said, hey, post this, and I posted on mine, they posted on theirs. They were proud, about it. And I said, hey, I'd love to come, I'd love to come to the restaurant and meet you. So they're like, sure, right, great. So that Saturday, my wife and I, we went over there. 2 hours. I mean, the owner, his wife, and his daughter, who's their social media person, sat down with me, gave me their full, like their wedding tasting platter or whatever. I mean, we were stuffed, and literally they sat with us for 2 hours. We were like best friends when we left. I mean, how often does that happen? Like never.
Never. Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was incredible. Yeah.
So Dave, for those on the line, thank you so much and congratulations on the success you're having. What would you say to those that are brand new, that are struggling, they don't have any customers, they haven't set any appointments really, they haven't talked to many decision makers, but they really want to help businesses, they really want to do online marketing. What's your suggestion for them for media sites?
Yeah. So I mean, whatever your niche is, whatever your service that you're offering, like I said in the beginning of this, is the most difficult part is getting them to even hear your story. What makes you different than somebody else. And the whole secret to this is that this is the easiest door opener I've experienced in my entire career. I mean, it's just, you got to get a conversation started. And because you do an interview, I'm doing mine. You don't have to do it by video. I'm doing mine on Zoom calls, but you could just do it on a phone call. But I like to do the face-to-face just because it built a relationship. And I told them on the call each time, I put together a little script, that I was kind of what I was going to do with the restaurant, what's your story? How'd you get into the business? That kind of thing. And, tell us about your food and, what's special about your place and whatever. So I've created kind of the little script I've been doing.
And
And
do
then
you see that transferring to every industry? Like it's just more of a copy and paste based on our training, or would you think
yeah,
that would be difficult?
yeah, no, it was, all the training that you guys provided, was enough generic that you could mold it and shape it to your own. So you guys gave us templates and I just took kind of the ideas and then just molded it, to mine. And I went into ChatGPT and told them what I was doing, and I got a little extra help just, doing some of that to write my script and whatever. But it's all in the training. You guys did a
Now,
great job.
did you sell a media site to a company?
I did. Yeah, I've sold one. I sold it for $3,000 and I'm getting $2,000 a month.
Put one in the chat box if you can understand that he did level 1 and then he did level 4. Does everybody get that? Let me go back here so everybody gets this. So you can see here when we talk about level 1, right? So he's networking like crazy, connecting with business owners, making calls, setting appointments, building relationship, has instant authority. And then he said, I want to do level 4. I'm actually going to sell media sites. And so how much resistance was that to sell a media site for $3,000 upfront and $2,000 a month?
It wasn't hard at all. I mean, I was on the call when we were doing some talking about this particular idea about selling the media site. And I started thinking while I was on the call about who I already knew that might be a good candidate for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I got off the phone, and about 2 hours later, I had the order.
Wow. Well, Dave, congratulations on all the success. Thank you for jumping on with us really
Sure.
quickly here. But I just want to encourage everybody that this is the same success that you can get. This isn't brand new. Businesses have been doing this, but they've been billion-dollar businesses doing this for years. And so here's what I want to do. I want everyone right now, before we shut this offer down, I want to put up one more time. You go to mediasites.ai/private. This is a private invitation for $99 a month. Now, for those of you who are asking, put one in the chat box. You're like, wait, is this site for me or is this site for a client? Put one in the chat box if that's a question you got. Like, which one's it for? This is for you. So if you want, and I'm going to let you know, when you buy a site for yourself, and we're going to show you how to build it, the best one for your agency, how to leverage yourself as an authority in the industry. So you're going to build one for a niche or a brand, right? So let's say you want to go and market restaurants, you want to market dentists, you want to market contractors, you want to market the health industry. We're going to show you how to do that and what we've done in the health, especially in the health industry. So this is a site for you at $99. Now, in a few moments, I'm going to show you that if you get a $99 a month, that we are going to guarantee that any other sites that you want will be at the same price. So what's going to happen here is if you have a company that wants a media site you sell, you're going to collect $5,000 from them, and it's only going to cost you $99 a month. But you're going to collect that $5,000 up front, and you're still going to charge a residual of between $700 and $1,000 a month. So you're going to pay $99 a month, and you're going to collect $1,000 a month. You're going to pay $99 a month, and you're going to actually collect a $5,000 setup. So this is the most unbelievably profitable strategy we've seen. And because it's so unique in the industry, again, you're leveling up, going from a business website, then the next would be a blog, and then from a blog, the next opportunity for a business would be to have their own media site to impact the industry. So here's what we're also going to do. I've got another bonus for you. So again, go to mediasites.ai/private, because you're going to get this bonus, which is an entire new software we just built that allows you to put ads inside the articles automatically. So we want you to monetize all that traffic coming in. So you can add banners to the sidebar, add banners that rotates the articles, rotates the ads, actually keeps track. You can put video offers in, you can put tracking ads, AdSense. So it automatically inserts the ads inside every single article. So 24/7, your AI reporter is writing these articles, and this software is actually inserting ads inside the articles while you sleep. It doesn't get any better than this. Amy is asking, how is this different than a blog? So Amy, maybe you just joined us, but if you don't see the difference in a blog, it's a massive difference. A blog is all about the business talking about their expertise. A media site is about the industry. A blog has 2 or 3 articles a month. This has 60, 70, 100 articles a month. A blog you have to write. A media site that we built is all done by AI. Does that make sense? So in bonus 5, you're going to get a total done for you ad system so you can monetize your media site. So for our very special pre-launch, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you any additional site you want for as long as you have your media site for only $99 a month. So in the next week or two, when you start selling media sites, you don't pay a dime more for another media site until they hand you a check for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. And remember, you're going to make $600, $700, $800 a month, $1,000 a month. Now you heard Dave say that he actually is getting $2,000 a month for his maintaining a media site. This is the value in the marketplace. I know for some of you, you're like, well, I've never done this before. Don't worry, because they're not buying you. They're buying an opportunity that we've developed an agentic AI system that builds content. So on top of that, here's what we're going to do. For that $99, John, our team, based on all the amazing results we've gotten, we know what we can do and what we can't do. So right now, we're taking all the risk away. 100% satisfaction guarantee. In our 100% satisfaction guarantee for 60 days, we guarantee 500 visitors a month. And if you're not on track to get a minimum of 500 visitors a month in your first 60 days, then you can cancel with a full refund. So let me say this, there is zero risk right now. If there's just a hint in your mind that this could be a powerful strategy, get 40, 50, 60 new appointments, new conversations, where you can drive traffic, you can sell media sites, you can build an asset and sell it for life-changing money, then you can jump in and we will take all the risk. And because of our technology and because of exactly the way we built this and because of all our team and the training we're going to give you, all you have to do is make sure you purchase a domain, which is like $7. And then you have to join the training so that you make sure that you set up your signals so that you can get at least 75 articles out. And when you hit that 75 articles, you should be on track for 500 visitors a month. Now think of that, 500 visitors. Think of that for a moment. If you just converted 5% to appointments, how many appointments would you get? 25 appointments a month. I mean, this is just 500. I want to show you other examples that are not getting 2, 3, 4, 5,000 a month. So what is a signal? So a signal is what we explained earlier, is a topic. So what we do is we monitor, our system monitors the top articles that are in an industry from other writers, other reporters, other journalists. And we show you how to set that up. It's very easy. It's copy and paste. It takes minutes to do. So we've made it super easy. What would normally take days and days and days of coding, it's just copy and paste a little code. So you can set up these signals to say, hey, I want to follow this reporter. I want to follow this newscast. I want to follow this website. I want to follow what they're doing here. And when we follow that, the moment they write an article, we know about it. And our system goes to work to look at the article, research the article. Our team of AI agentic reporters does all the research, puts it together, and then the reporter that you built actually writes the article. Put one in the chat box if it's starting to come clear. Yes? I know if we say it a few times, it's getting a little clear. Yes? Okay. So you use news Google, .google. Sometimes, you can use news.google if you want, but we don't. No. There's a lot of different things. Can you use RSS feeds? Yes. RSS feeds can be a great technology to use. Absolutely. So again, we're going to close this offer down. It's $99 for you to change your business, for you to change everything, for you to wake up tomorrow morning and have something that no one else has in the industry, which is your own media site, for you to be able to pick up the phone and not someone slam it and ignore you, but actually pick up the phone excited to talk to you. That's what you're going to get when you build your own private media site. So again, go to mediasites.ai/private, claim your spot right now. We're going to shut this down, but I want to put it on the screen one more time because we're again going to give you our GPT agents where you just put your niche in. Some of you have asked this a few times. I haven't answered it because that's bonus one. How do you know what niche to pick? Let AI pick it for you. Just put the niche you want to go in and it will tell you, it will do the research for you about what is an opportunity in that niche. Then you take that and you say, build me a business plan, and it builds you a business plan. Then we're going to slow it down and go step by step with you on our media site profit course, where we show you each level and how to take advantage of it and how to make money in all 5 levels. So this does not include the domain. You'll need to buy your own domain, because if we bought the domain for you, then we would own it, and we want you to own this, not us. Then we're going to give you 5 AI custom media site reporters. And again, this is where you can create your own customized language, your own customized perspective. I mean, this is the fun. This is where it gets really exciting, because the articles you write are going to be to a very unique niche, a very unique target market, with a very unique personality writing it. And remember, this is the reason why, you got Fox News versus CNN versus MSNBC. They all write about the same news. They all do the same exact topics every single day. They just have a different perspective on it. So having an AI reporter, that's the unique identity, and it SEO optimizes it. So your AI reporter will actually write the article and then SEO optimize it as well. You've now got your ads where you can monetize, all for a special pre-launch offer price of only $99 a month. That's it. So we're going to go to mediasites.ai/private. And again, additional media sites. In my opinion, when you get a media site, you should be selling one every month or one every other month. This is going to be easy for you, because here's the thing. When they see your media site, it's going to be an easy conversation to say, hey, have you ever thought about a media site in your industry before? Have you ever thought about building an industry authority where you are educating on the industry and what's happening, the latest news? And you're going to find that business go, yes, I thought about that. Our business needs that. Our industry needs that. And you say, well, what if I told you I could use AI to build that for you to leverage your brand. And that would be an asset for your company. Pretty powerful, right? So once we close this offer, you will never see this again. So before we go public with this, at $2,400 a year upfront, we want to give our customers, those on our list, this one opportunity to get your own personal media site and to have the ability to buy unlimited media sites after that for only $99 a month. Okay, so lots of questions still coming in here, but let me get you a few questions here because I want to make sure that you know that building a website, 10, 12 pages, anyone can do that these days. Building a blog, anyone can do that these days. Building a media site would traditionally cost $250,000 because you have to hire journalists, you have to have an office, overhead, a brand, you have to have DevOps, site development, IT, you have to have a manager to put it all together, and then design the article, image management, and these are the most profitable sites. Media sites are incredibly profitable, and typically break even is 24 to 48 months, and typically on average, there's a 40% profit margin by year 3. That's the average. But look at the massive investment that everyone else has had to make at a minimum. And it's just $99. In everything that we've done and everything I've seen, I've been absolutely blown away. I did not think that we could drive traffic the way that we're driving it. I didn't even think it was possible. Being someone's been SEO for 15 years, I'm letting you know, I'm shocked. But Google, the search engines, the trends that are happening, it's the perfect storm because the search for good content has not changed, but the trust in the traditional sites have changed. So this new form of media is something that nobody can take advantage of unless they have something like this. So again, go to mediasites.ai/private, $99, that's it. Now I want you to see this here. I just took this screenshot today. You can see it says 528, 2,186 in traffic in the last 30 days. Think about that. How long would it take you to do that? How much time, how many backlinks, how much money would you spend in backlinks? You'd spend thousands of backlinks to try to do that in your first 6 months. But there is 0 backlinks that we've used for this. So again, go to mediasites.ai/private. This is your chance. It's something that has never been accessible before until now. So Gabe says, I want a media site for a local city. Gabe, that is a brilliant strategy. Having a media site for local is a big opportunity. So what you're able to do is you're able to grab from other newspapers and the articles they're writing. But even better than that, we have technology coming out where you'll be able to write about promotions, about special offers that are coming out. It is a whole nother level of what you're going to be able to do. So, Gabe, congratulations on getting in. You need to make sure that you are taking it to the next level by building your local media site, and then make sure you're jumping on the live trainings and asking all the questions. So, a few more things here. I wanted to show you, because I've talked a lot, right? In the last few minutes here, but I wanted to show you here. Let me. I have the my pointer on there. There we go. So I recorded this real quick, and I just put in, hey, I built several niche sites the last 30 days, getting about 2,000 monthly visitors. I'm adding about 30 articles a month, right? How much can I sell these sites for to the roofing niche, the remodeling niche? So here's what AI is saying, and you can do this yourself. If you just have a 40 CPM, assuming there's 5,000 visitors a month, you can make 400 to 600 a month. That's it. But here's the cool thing. Because you're making revenue from just the traffic, a roofing site would buy that for $10,000. A remodeling company, an HVAC company, a plumbing company, $8,000, $15,000, $10,000, $12,000, $10,000. So can you see the difference between creating a site for a business at $3,000 to $5,000 versus building it and then 6 months later selling it for $15,000, $20,000? Put one in the chat box that makes sense. Yes? Do you see that? This is why media sites are so powerful right now, is businesses are looking for a unique edge in the marketplace. So Again, go to MediaSites.ai/private. Is it possible to attend the live trainings? Yes, so we have the live trainings coming up, but what you can do is you can watch the trainings we have archived in the back office right now. So literally, you're just minutes away from actually getting access to that. So if you are excited as I am and that all of our customers are about this new opportunity that they've got to build media sites, then you don't have to wait till next week where we actually have the live training. You can actually jump in right now. We have all the training and knowledge base, everything step by step. And we've actually got a media guide that we're going to give you that actually puts everything you need, all the scripts, everything step by step. But look at Rob here. I told him about a media site I created for another client. They love the idea. $10,000 between two clients. I mean, in his first month, another $10,000. So those of you that also may need a little bit of help, maybe you're working full time and you're just maybe doing this on the side, or maybe you kind of struggle because of the economy or the market niche that you're in, the attention we're going to give you is like nothing you've ever experienced. In strategic marketing, we're actually going to give you a personalized community. And inside that community, you can connect with other marketers that are doing the exact same thing. And so on top of that, we're going to do monthly live trainings with you to help you understand and level you up. So if this is something that is new to you, don't worry about it. In the next few weeks, you'll be an expert. You'll be one of the best in the industry based on our training. But also, you're going to be able to unlock downloadable archives that we have inside our community. You'll get access to exclusive training materials and special offers, as well as our Friday live training. So you can come on live Friday at 2 o'clock, and we'll answer all your questions every single week. So as long as you're in the program, we're just not having customer support 9 to 5, where you can put the sport ticket, but every Friday we're here live to answer your questions. So you'll never see another support system that's this engaged, this active. So again, let me put it all on the screen just one more time. We're going to shut it down. Media sites, profit course, our AI reporters, our live media accelerator program, our ads and monetization module for this one-time special pre-launch offer of only $99. And remember, this is one of the best things we can do is when you sell a media site, it's only $99 because you're in this pre-launch program. While everybody else is going to be $200 a month or $2,400 is the starting point for a media site, yours will be $99 locked in. You'll also get our Facebook community and weekly support trainings. And remember, we have a money back guarantee, so we're taking all the risk. We're going to put you on track for 500 visitors, not knowing anything about SEO, not having to do anything with any extra link, not spend any more money. Just you following our process is going to build month after month after month. Can you please tell me how I get all the training? Well, the great news is we have an entire media site guide that we're going to be giving you. So the moment you get in, within the next few hours, you're going to be getting an email with our media site guide. Our media site guide, Dave, specific for you, is exactly what you need to get started. We take you step by step. So everything we just talked about, we have in writing with detailed trainings, with explanations, with links, everything you need to install your AI reporters, to build your media empire, to automate your content engines, everything that you need to monetize your media channel is all inside this guide. So we're giving it lots of different ways. There's live trainings, there's a course we're giving you, and we're even, for those of you that want to jumpstart right away, you'll be up in the next few hours, you'll want to get all this done. You can actually follow our media site guide step by step. So go to MediaSites.ai/private. It's only $99 a month. All right. So I have a few more things here I want to give you. But before I do, I actually took another screenshot of another site. Last 90 days, 4,333 views. 0 backlinks, 0 SEO. Absolutely amazing. So you can see here the date. So this isn't stuff that was 6 months ago. This isn't stuff that was 3 months ago. This is today. So is that a video guide? No, it's not a video guide. That's a instructional guide. So it's got videos in it. It's got links to videos, but it's an exhaustive, step-by-step, word-for-word, easy to follow guide. So the reason we're doing this now is we actually launched this to our inner members, and it was a huge success. And we realized that, hey, we're getting the testimonials, we're getting the case studies, but we want to take more people that know nothing about online marketing. We want to take businesses that aren't online marketers. We want to find people that have never built a media site before, know nothing about SEO, and we want to get as many as possible, because when we offer this for $2,400 up front, right, that's a little bit of an ask. And so we're going to have incredible depth of case studies, incredible testimonials. So we said, look, the last time we released this, it was an upfront cost for the entire year. But we know that some people, that was a little tough for them. So that's why we're doing this today. Today, I believe it's time to create something new that's going to give you instant authority. I mean, overnight authority, where you can walk into any business, call up any business, and instead of them pushing you away, they're going to be like, yes, I want to talk to you. Yes, I would love access. Yes, let's have a conversation. Yes. Unbelievable networking to connect with any influencer, any expert, any business owner. And I know I've said this 3 times already, but just please remember this rule. You're one relationship away from all the business you ever need. So what is that relationship? And why don't you have it? It's not because of them, it's because of you. It's because you won't pick up the phone and contact them. Or you have picked up the phone and contact them, but they haven't built a relationship with you because they don't see you as important or an authority. But now you have a media site for the industry, that's a whole different story. Think of all the associations. Just stop for a moment and let me ask you this. Put one in the chat box if you can imagine that every association needs this. Yes? Give me some feedback here. Dave, Christopher, yes? Andrew, yes? Kelly, Roger, Skip, Steven, Terry? True, right? So how about this? Everybody that gets in now and goes to mediasite.ai private, I'm going to do a private training with you and how to sell associations. It's something we've only done with our partnership program. But we're going to show you how to identify associations. We'll put a slide deck for you how to talk to those associations and how they can have the vision for they're already an association. They already have a website and they might have a blog, but they don't have a media site. So if you've ever dreaded prospecting or cold calling, that ends now, because the unbelievable networking you're going to be able to do is going to change everything for you. Not only is it going to change everything, but you're now going to have new revenue streams, not just 1, but 5 new opportunities to be able to sell high ticket clients. Forget the $200, $300, $400, $500 a month clients. They're all good, they're great, but that's not going to put more money in your bank fast. High ticket clients are going to do that, and you can put all this together and so much more. So again, go to mediasites.ai/private, get in, because I want you to make sure that there's nothing left on the table, that you can put your head in the pillow tonight and go, hey, I've tried everything, I'm struggling, this is something brand new, and now tomorrow it's brand new for you. New calling opportunity, new strategies. The people that said no to you will hopefully now say yes, because you're not calling them as some marketer or some consultant or some salesperson, but you're calling them with an opportunity to interview them, to help them, to get them more exposure. Now, I'm going to reveal something right now that I wasn't planning on revealing. But how many of you are on the fence right now? Put one in the chat box like, look, I'm a little on the fence. I just don't know how this maybe turns from a conversation of an article into a sale. Put one in the chat box, that's you. And if I get 30 people saying you're on the fence and that's you, then I will reveal the most proprietary strategy that we've ever done. This is hidden inside and we reveal it only to our members, but I want to give you, so I got about half of you. So there's nobody else is on the fence? No, I'm in. Okay, so lots of you in. Okay, on the fence. Okay, so let me blank screen this for you. Look, this is the only, we're going to shut it down right now. So this is the last time to get this. And I want to make sure you understand what's behind the curtain, because there's so much more behind the curtain. Here's the strategy right here. Watch your screen. Everybody watch your screen, please. Robert, Roy, Skip, you got it? See your screen? It's blank right now. So you've got your media site, right? So here's your media site. You're going to call a business owner or influencer or expert, and you're going to say, hey, we want to do an article, and we want to include you by getting your feedback or interviewing you or getting some comments. Put one in the chat box if you follow me so far. Yes? Your media site, you call an expert or owner. Yes? They say yes. I mean, you heard Dave said 4 out of 5 said yes to him. So here's, we deliver the article, and they are excited. Wow. This article is amazing. Here's the secret right here. We built an AI bot that builds a press release. I'm sorry, not a press release, a press kit. A press kit to help them market the article. So listen very closely. They get this article that's about them. They're so excited. And on top of that, we say our parent company, this is you, the parent company, right? You own the media site. Our parent company also did a press kit to help you market the article. What's in the press kit? Social media post. What's in press kit? A microblog. What's in the press kit? An email to send out. Put one in the chat box, you're starting to see it. Like, oh, wow. This press kit is the sample of all the little services that I can sell them. And then that opens the conversation to ask about their blogging, their social media, their Google business listing, their paid ads. Put one in the chat box if you can see that now. Now I'm going to erase this really fast, so if you've got questions, ask them now. But that is the secret sauce that absolutely blows them away. Because not only did they get this article that they're blown away, but they get something never even thought about, which is a press kit. And you win, and you win, and you win, and you keep on winning. And then you have a conversation like, hey, we built you these 5 social media posts. So I looked at your social media, and like, I noticed you weren't posting. And they talk to you. They just blah, blah. I've been wanting to do that, but I don't know how to do that. We did this with this. Hey, we built this micro blog for you to put on your blog, but I noticed the last time you blogged was 4 months ago. So what does the press kit contain? So the press kit contains social media, micro blog, email, even you can even do it with paid ads. So what we're going to teach you, right, in there is whatever you sell is a service you can put in here, even reputation services. I'm sorry, in the press kit. All right, now I gotta erase this because I can't show you any more than that. I can just tell you that you are about to do something and see something that no one on the planet has ever developed, and we're letting you in for $99. So again, go to mediasites.ai/private, get in for the $99. It's just $99, and we take all the risk. So can you use the press kit to market videos? Absolutely. How about micro podcasts? Absolutely. Bright social? Absolutely. Anything you want. Let me say this again. The secret is found in the press kit. So the article is amazing. That's the conversation, but how you transition to a sale is like nothing anyone's ever seen before. So it's one site for $99. That's your site. And if you want to build a site for a client, or you want to dominate the market because you want to do multiple sites, then it's just $99 per site. All right, so what else do I need with media sites? Look, all you need to do is buy a domain, $7. And then if you want to go past 75 articles, which you'll probably need, if you want to, then you need an open API key. So that's to be $20 a month if you don't have that already. Most of us have that already. So don't worry, we'll help you set that up. Just takes a few minutes, and you'll get our one-on-one training guide. So that training guide is designed to be like your guide all the way through everything, right? So How many articles can I create? Well, you get 10 campaigns you can set up, 2 articles a day per campaign, 30 days in a month. That's 600 articles a month that you can create. That's crazy. Have you ever done anything where you can create 600 articles in a month? Come on, Paul. Give me some feedback. You've been quiet. Sam, Roy, have you ever done anything with 600 articles that you have the ability to do? That's the power of this. You're doing 2, 3, 4 pieces of content a month, blah, right? Is our server fast? We're a multi-million-dollar company. We have the best servers we have the top servers, scalable, using AWS, backups. I mean, we have an ecosystem of 15 different software over 10,000 customers. Of course, our servers are fast, but I appreciate you asking. Can we do 3 articles a day? Sure, you can do 3. You can do 5. You can do 10 if you want. The point of it is I want you to see how excited you should be, because those things you've been dreaming of, we're using AI to leverage the AI to now like propel your business and your brand. You're not doing, are you? Come on, admit it. You're not doing it. Why aren't you doing it? Because you don't know the strategy, you don't know how to do it. Maybe you got to duct tape all this stuff together. Right now, for $99, you can do it all. So that's why you should go to MediaSites.ai /private, because that's what you're going to get. So how long does it take to set up? Most members with 0 experience, they go through our guide, right? And in 90 minutes, they can get most of everything done. Now, maybe they just want to do 1 or 2 articles a day. Then, they'll probably spend 90 minutes. If they want to do more than that, they'll spend a little bit more time. It's all what you want. But basically, it's just 90 minutes. Look, this used to take us 90 days. For businesses before AI, it would take 9 to 12 months. Now we got it down to 90 minutes. And for you to get access to that, it's $99. Can I add my own articles? Absolutely. And this is where the new technology is coming. I just want to warn you that if you miss out on this, there's an opportunity coming a little bit later that's going to supercharge everything we're doing, because you can add your own articles. We have so many business owners that say, hey, I want to start blogging. Can I guest blog on your site? It's crazy how we do it. Just crazy. Matter of fact, I want to give you another secret right now. Put one in the chat box. I give you one more secret. I can't believe I'm sharing this with you, but I don't want you to miss up on this. I don't want one moment to go by that you go, okay, I didn't know that. If I just would have known that. So let me stop right now. I want to go back here. Here's what we built for you. We built another GPT that says when you interview the business owner, this is what you do. If the niche is dentist, watch this. Dentist, you would scroll down to the people also asked. And you'd interview them and say, can the dentist fix inflamed gums? And what about dentists? Are they the best to remove a wisdom tooth, or is that for a specialist, right? Put one in the chat box if you can see, like, oh, that's all you do. Is we ask them 5 people also ask questions. Why are we doing this? Because Google said these are the top questions that people ask. If you have Keyword Finder, you're going to love this. If you don't, you can just go to Google and do this. Put one in the chat box if you can see, like, oh, wow, that's all you do, is you call up that interview, is you interviewing them on a video call or a Zoom, and you ask them 5 questions. Yes, everybody get that, Greg? Robert, Paul, make sense? Yes? And then in this interview, here's what we do. We built a GPT that you paste the transcript into our GPT, and it writes the article for you. Isn't that amazing? You don't even have to write. All you have to do is ask them questions, take the transcript, put into our GPT, and write the article. Make sense? So, look, we've done everything. We've covered every detail step by step to make you look like a rock star. So if you're someone that says, look, I'm not a good salesperson, I don't like to sell, I don't know how to sell very well, I've always struggled with that, this is the perfect program for you. This system works best when you're not selling, because level one, you're simply reaching out as a media outlet looking for expert quotes and interviews. The natural transition of sales happens organically. It's natural, step by step with everything we lay out. So how quickly can I get appointments with business owners? You can book your first appointment tomorrow. Go through the program, follow our script, word for word, send out an email or two, watch the great response you get. Matter of fact, we had one customer said, for every 100 emails I send out, I'm pretty much guaranteed 2 appointments. Like never even talking to anyone. Put one in the chat box, Pico, Paul, Tony. Can you send out 100 emails and get 2 guaranteed appointments? Would that change everything? If you could guarantee your calendar lights up with 2 appointments every single time you send out 100 emails, that would be game changing, yeah? Gregory, Beverly, Sam, Paul, Mike? Yeah, major, right? So when can I start seeing traffic? Well, most times, and this is average, right? And obviously our inner customers are a little bit more, savvy when it comes to them getting excited about new stuff. But we set an average of 1,000 to 3,000 visitors in the first 30 days. The more articles you create, the more content you have. It's like putting more, hooks or lines in the water. How much maintenance required? Once you set it up, the system runs on autopilot. Most owners spend just a few minutes a week reviewing the content, making minor changes. Like AI right now is really good with images, and our system is amazing with images. But every once in a while, it'll put a word in the thumbnail, and maybe that word might be misspelled or the word might be not aligned, and you might want to change that. And we made it so easy to change it. It's 2 clicks and it updates automatically. So if you want to change out any image, it's 2 clicks and it updates automatically. It's ridiculously easy. So AI handles all the writing, all the publishing automatically. So is the content unique? Yes. Every article is unique, completely creates new information from the signals, and then ensures no duplicate content ever possible. You can even test the articles against plagiarism checkers. They'll show it as an original content every single time. We haven't had anyone with the hundreds of thousands of articles that have been written so far, not one person has ever seen any article that's been plagiarized or has any hint of plagiarism in it. That's how powerful the system is. So what if I need help? We provide comprehensive documentation, a setup guide, templates, right? So let me put it on the screen one more time. I'm going to shut it down. I know I've covered a lot of ground. So again, you get bonus 1, our GPTs that tell you the perfect site, the perfect strategy to set up, our media site profit course at 5 modules, how to make money, going through all 5 levels, our custom media site reporters, and our live media site accelerate program that actually allows you to look over our shoulder in 90 minutes, get it set up. But we have those pre-recorded that are available to you that you can watch right now, like in the next few minutes. Then we also have our ad monetization module for our pre-launch special of only $99 a month. Again, if you want another site, because you get in right now and only right now, while everyone else will be paying $2.99, $3.99, and $4.99 a month, your price will always be $99 a month. So again, go to mediasites.ai/private. And again, this is 100% zero risk. We take all the risk, none for you whatsoever, to get 500 visitors a month to your site guaranteed, or your money back. So I can delete my existing blog that has authority over 30 and create one of these new sites. That should be a no-brainer. Whoa, Steven. Why would you do that? Let me make sure you understand. We said this very, very specifically earlier. This is not an or strategy. This is an and strategy. So even though it might not make you nothing, even though it might not be giving you any traffic, it can in the future. So don't delete, don't do it or, it's and, right? Does that make sense? Okay, good. So again, go to mediasites.ai/private. We're going to shut this down. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Some of you have asked some very important questions. I know a few of you said, hey, what else do you have to help us out? And so let me share with you that. We have a member offer that's very special. It's a one-time. But I want to make sure you see this before we shut this down. The difference between websites, blogs, and media sites. Remember, websites are just brochures. Blogs are just 2 or 3 articles based on someone's expertise. media sites is thousands of pages, where a blog would be 2 or 3 pages a month, or 3 or 5 pages a month. A media site is 5 to 10 pages a day. The traffic is absolutely, completely obscene and crazy compared to a website and a blog. And the market value is 10 to 20x. That's the difference. And this is why business will pay 3 to 10K for a website or blog easily, right? All day long. That's what they pay. So you can see now how easy it is to sell a media site for $3,000 to $5,000 just for setup, and $1,000 a month. Make sense? So again, go to MediaSites.ai purchase private. This is what you're going to level up to for $99. And for $99, our commitment to you is any other business you want to level up, any association, any franchise, any business at all, any brand, any author, any coach, you can get them leveled up for $99 a month for another site. All right, I'm excited. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Now, we have a one-time offer. So the moment you become a member, this is something we're only going to give once, but here it is. When you become a member at $99 a month, if you're saying, look, I want another one right now. I got another company. I have another organization. I need one right now for this business. Well, we're going to give you that. And we're going to give you unlimited reporters. So you got 5 reporters you can build now. If you get the $497 offer, it's unlimited reporters. We're going to double your RSS feeds and your signals up to 1,200. So you can do up to 1,200 articles a month. And additional sites are only $497 for the next 12 months. So essentially, here's what we're doing. If you want to take advantage of our one-time offer as a member, you can get another site, a second site, for only $497 upfront for the entire year. That's another 60% off. Because at $99 a month, that's $1,200 a year. For another $497, you get a second site. And if you buy this offer, we're going to give you for the next 12 months any new sites for 60% off for $497. So this is crazy. Look at your screen. Everybody look at your screen real quick. This is the first media site that they built a few months ago. You can see the traffic they were getting. When they built another media site 2, 3, and 4, look what happened. Put one in the chat box that makes sense. Yes, you see that? So some of you might have the ability to be in multiple industries. You want to dominate not one niche, but 2 or 3 niches to go after. That's why this is going to be the perfect opportunity for you. So if you want more media sites, we have a one-time special offer. You will never see this again. It is the first time when you get in, you will see that. And then if you don't need it, that's okay. You can still buy more sites at only $99 a month. But if you want another site, the 60% off is absolutely unbelievable. Now, on top of that, we have another members offer. If you have a thriving, growing business, or maybe you're a dentist, a doctor, attorney, say, look, I want to learn, I'd like to set this up, but I don't have time. I'm not very technical at all. You don't need anything. You just need to follow directions step by step, taking 90 minutes. But for only $297, we will set it up for you. We will do a one-on-one done for you, but we'll do it with you, meaning we'll be on a call with you and you will watch us do the whole setup for you. We'll go through your brand. We'll set up your categories. We'll set up your signals. We'll set up your content. We'll walk you through the media site agents. We'll set everything up for you. 100% done for you setup for only $297. So if you want one built right now, this is on a first come, first serve basis. If you're saying, look, wow, for $99 one time and for only $297, you will set this whole thing up, this whole machine for me. So in the next day or two, it's going to start producing all these articles and I can start building my traffic. The answer is yes. So that is a one-time offer. You will never see this again. We set these sites up for $797. That's our price point. Now, granted, we would rather you do it, but if you can't, we're here for you at only $297. But we have a tremendous amount of expertise, right? We know what to look for. We know how to set these up. we can go through things much faster. What would take, a few hours takes us 90 minutes. So we can build a pretty amazing site pretty fast for you. All right, any questions on that? So we have 2 amazing offers for you inside for the members. But the first thing you've got to do is you've got to go to mediasites.ai/private and secure your spot. All right, Jeff, good to thank you guys so much. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Dave, Beverly, everyone that's engaged. There's so many of you, but thank you so much. I hope that this has left you better than we found you. I hope that you'll see the value of not just being like everyone else in industry, but having something that no one else has. So I know some of you are cautious, you're struggled, if you've been overwhelmed before, and maybe you feel like this might be an empty gamble, or this system isn't theoretical at all, right? It's proven. You heard someone live come on talk about in the first month they sold a site and they're $2,000 a month. That's a $24,000 a year contract plus the $3,000. They made $27,000. There's no difference from them and you. The only difference is they invested in getting a media site and taking this journey, and it's been amazing for them. So we hope you will too, and that's why for this very one special offer, we're putting it only $99 a month before we launch at $2,400. Okay, everyone, thanks so much. Hopefully we'll see you inside. The training starts next week. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you inside mediasites.ai. Bye for now.